Courage in the face of fear is the cornerstone of standing tall against all odds. Fear is a natural reaction. It warns us of danger, signals uncertainty, and tests our limits. Most people allow fear to dictate their actions. It holds them back, paralyzes decision-making, and convinces them that retreat is safer than confrontation. The mentally tough, however, understand that fear is not an enemy, but a signal, a challenge, and an opportunity. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is mastery over it. It is the decision to move forward, to confront the challenge, and to act with determination despite trembling knees or a racing heart. Fear often arises before pivotal moments, stepping into the unknown, taking a risk, or facing a challenge that could define your life. Most will let it stop them. They hesitate, second guess, or turn away. The difference between those who succeed and those who falter is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to act in spite of it. Courage is that inner voice that says, I will move forward. I will face this challenge. I will not back down. It is the force that transforms doubt into action and hesitation into achievement. Mastering fear begins with awareness. The mentally tough recognize fear for what it is, a signal that something important is at stake. They do not pretend it does not exist. Instead, they acknowledge it and use it as fuel. Fear sharpens focus, heightens awareness, and prepares the mind to respond with precision. By confronting fear head on, they turn a natural instinct that can paralyze into a powerful motivator that drives performance. Preparation amplifies courage. The more you have trained, rehearsed, and equipped yourself for challenges, the less intimidating fear becomes. Skills honed through repeated effort, knowledge acquired through study, and strategies refined through practice create certainty. When the moment of truth arrives, the prepared mind faces fear not with hesitation, but with decisive action. Confidence born from preparation allows courage to manifest consistently, even under extreme pressure. Courage is also built through incremental action. Each time you step into a situation that scares you, each time you confront discomfort or uncertainty, your courage grows stronger. Small victories over fear compound into a resilient mindset that can withstand greater challenges. The first step may be the hardest, but each successive act of bravery reinforces the belief that fear is not a barrier, it is a stepping stone. Mindset plays a critical role. Fear thrives on imagination, uncertainty, and self-doubt. The mentally tough flip the script. They focus on possibilities instead of problems, on action instead of hesitation, and on growth instead of defeat. Courage is a choice to act despite the unknown, to see opportunity where others see threat, and to rise when others fall. Finally, courage inspires not just oneself but others. Witnessing someone confront fear with unwavering resolve motivates those around them. It demonstrates that fear is not invincible and that strength of character can overcome even the most daunting challenges. Each act of bravery reinforces the idea that greatness is not reserved for the fearless. It belongs to those who act in spite of fear. To cultivate courage in the face of fear, embrace discomfort. Acknowledge the challenge and move forward anyway. Fear is inevitable, but retreat is optional. Every confrontation with fear strengthens your mind, sharpens your focus, and builds the resilience to face even greater challenges. Courage is not a single act. It is a habit, a mindset, and a way of life that allows you to stand tall against all odds. Discipline and consistent effort are the backbone of standing tall against all odds. Motivation is fleeting. It comes in waves, sometimes strong, sometimes barely noticeable. Life, however, does not wait for inspiration. It challenges you every day, testing your limits and demanding action even when you feel unprepared or exhausted. Discipline is the force that allows you to act regardless of how you feel, and consistent effort turns these disciplined actions into unstoppable momentum. Together, they form the foundation of resilience, strength, and the ability to remain unwavering in the face of adversity. Discipline begins with choice. Every day presents countless opportunities to either take the easy path or commit to effort. The mentally tough choose to show up, to train, to work, and to persist even when the outcome is uncertain. Discipline is not about sporadic bursts of energy. It is the repeated decision to act with purpose, even when comfort, fatigue, or doubt tempt you to quit. It is the quiet, persistent effort that most people overlook, yet it is what separates those who stand tall from those who fall under pressure. Consistency amplifies the power of discipline. One act of effort or bravery is not enough to create lasting impact. but repeated intentional action compounds over time. Each day you commit, each challenge you face, each hour of focus builds a reservoir of strength and skill. Momentum grows, and what once seemed impossible becomes achievable. Consistency ensures that the foundation of discipline remains strong and unwavering, no matter how difficult the journey. Discipline and consistent effort also build confidence. When you act consistently toward your goals, you prove to yourself that you are capable. You develop trust in your own abilities and create a sense of certainty that allows you to face challenges with composure. Confidence born from discipline is not superficial. It is grounded in repeated action, proven ability, and the knowledge that you have prepared for whatever comes your way. Moreover, discipline strengthens character. It teaches patience, resilience, and the value of perseverance. You learn to delay gratification, to prioritize long-term success over short-term comfort, and to embrace discomfort as a necessary part of growth. Those who remain disciplined cultivate a mindset that sees obstacles not as deterrents, but as opportunities to prove their commitment and determination. Habitual discipline becomes a lifestyle of relentless pursuit where quitting is not an option. Consistency also fosters mastery. Repetition allows skills to be refined, strategies to be perfected, and performance to become instinctive. When faced with pressure or adversity, a disciplined and consistent individual can rely on their practiced abilities rather than chance. Every hour of preparation, every deliberate effort, and every act of persistence compounds into a foundation that cannot be shaken, no matter the circumstances. Finally, discipline and consistent effort are what empower you to stand tall when the world tries to push you down. Life will present obstacles, setbacks, and moments of extreme pressure. Motivation alone is insufficient. Only through discipline and consistent effort can you maintain composure, act decisively, and remain steadfast in pursuit of your goals. Discipline shapes the mind, consistency strengthens the resolve, and together they create the unbreakable backbone of those who refuse to yield. To cultivate discipline and consistent effort, commit to daily action, embrace discomfort, and refuse shortcuts. Treat every moment as an opportunity to strengthen your mind and body, to refine your skills, and to reinforce your resolve. Discipline and consistency are not merely tools, they are a way of life. They allow courage to flourish, focus to sharpen, and persistence to thrive, empowering you to stand tall against all odds and overcome every challenge that comes your way. Turning adversity into opportunity is one of the greatest lessons in standing tall against all odds. Life is unpredictable and obstacles are inevitable. Setbacks, failures, and challenges appear without warning, testing your patience, resilience, and determination. Most people view adversity as a stop sign, a reason to quit, or proof that success is unattainable. The mentally tough, however, see adversity differently. They recognize that within every challenge lies the seed of growth, the opportunity to learn, and the chance to become stronger than ever before. Adversity is not a barrier. It is the proving ground for character, courage, and persistence. The first step in turning adversity into opportunity is mindset. Challenges are unavoidable, but how you perceive them determines your response. When obstacles arise, the weak see defeat, frustration, or helplessness. The mentally tough see lessons, possibilities, and stepping stones to greatness. Every failure is feedback, every setback is a chance to adjust strategy, and every difficult moment is a chance to grow. By reframing adversity as opportunity, you transform what could break you into a tool for development. Adversity also builds resilience. The more challenges you face and endure, the stronger your mind becomes. Pain, disappointment, and difficulty are not signs of weakness. They are tests that prepare you for greater trials. Each struggle strengthens your ability to withstand pressure, enhances your problem-solving skills, and trains your spirit to endure. The person who learns to embrace adversity develops a resilience that allows them to remain steadfast even when the odds seem insurmountable. Another essential aspect is creativity and adaptability. When confronted with adversity, the familiar path often disappears, forcing you to think differently. The mentally tough do not panic. They innovate. They adapt strategies, find new solutions, and approach problems with flexibility and clarity. Adversity challenges you to move beyond comfort zones, uncover hidden potential, and discover abilities you might never have known existed. Opportunity often hides within difficulty. Recognizing it requires courage, focus, and a willingness to act. Adversity also teaches patience and persistence. Great achievements are rarely immediate. They come to those who endure, adapt, and keep moving forward despite setbacks. Each difficult moment is a lesson in persistence, training the mind to push beyond immediate discomfort in pursuit of long-term goals. By persisting through adversity, you cultivate patience, strengthen resolve, and build the momentum necessary to overcome even the most daunting obstacles. Moreover, adversity fosters humility and gratitude. Challenges remind you that success is earned, not given. They cultivate respect for the process and an appreciation for every achievement, no matter how small. Those who rise above adversity understand that each victory is hard-won and that true greatness comes from confronting life's hardships head-on. Finally, turning adversity into opportunity inspires others. When people see someone face setbacks with courage, adapt with creativity, and persist with determination, they are motivated to rise above their own challenges. Your response to adversity becomes a model of strength, resilience, and possibility. By embracing challenges as opportunities, you not only transform your own life, but also create a ripple effect that inspires everyone around you. To turn adversity into opportunity, embrace challenges as teachers, reframe setbacks as lessons, and face obstacles with courage and creativity. Persist when the path is difficult, adapt when circumstances change, and remain patient when results are delayed. Adversity is not an endpoint. It is a gateway to growth, strength, and achievement. Step into it, learn from it, and let it propel you towards standing tall against all odds. Confidence through preparation is the bedrock of standing tall against all odds. True confidence is not born from luck, natural talent, or wishful thinking. It is cultivated through deliberate effort, disciplined training, and repeated practice. The person who faces challenges with unwavering assurance does so because they have prepared relentlessly, honed their skills, and rehearsed for the moments that matter most. Preparation transforms uncertainty into clarity, fear into focus, and hesitation into decisive action. Preparation begins with understanding that challenges are inevitable. Life does not wait for readiness or comfort. It tests you continuously. Without preparation, fear and doubt dominate the mind, and opportunities slip away. But when you have trained, studied, and prepared thoroughly, uncertainty loses its power. You face challenges with knowledge, skill, and a plan, allowing confidence to flow naturally from competence rather than assumption. The mentally tough embrace preparation even when it is uncomfortable. They rise early, work late, and put in effort when motivation wanes. Every hour spent practicing, every skill refined, and every scenario rehearsed builds certainty. This consistency ensures that when high-pressure moments arise, they are met with composure and precision, not panic or hesitation. Confidence is earned through this commitment, and it becomes unshakable because it is grounded in action. Preparation also strengthens mental resilience. By anticipating challenges and preparing for them, you reduce the power of fear and stress. You enter high-stakes situations with a clear mind, knowing you have done everything possible to succeed. This readiness allows you to think clearly, respond effectively, and maintain control when others succumb to pressure. Confidence and composure are inseparable from preparation because preparedness equips you with the tools to face any obstacle. Another key aspect of preparation is scenario training. The mentally tough do not only prepare for ideal conditions, they simulate pressure, replicate challenges, and rehearse adversity. By confronting potential difficulties in advance, they remove the element of surprise and build instinctive responses. When the real challenge arrives, it feels familiar rather than overwhelming. This foresight allows them to act decisively, turning potential panic into opportunity. Preparation also instills trust in oneself. Confidence is not about arrogance, it is the quiet certainty that comes from knowing you are ready. Every hour of effort, every drill, and every strategic rehearsal contributes to a foundation that supports bold action. When setbacks occur, a prepared individual does not crumble, they adapt, respond, and execute with assurance. Confidence born from preparation is not conditional on external validation, it is rooted in personal readiness. Finally, preparation fuels courage. The person who has trained, planned, and prepared knows that fear is manageable and obstacles are surmountable. They step forward when others hesitate, act decisively when others waver, and remain calm when chaos surrounds them. Confidence through preparation is the difference between retreat and resilience, between hesitation and action, and between failure and triumph. To cultivate confidence through preparation, commit to deliberate, consistent practice, embrace discomfort, and prepare for every possible scenario. Anticipate challenges, refine your skills, and rehearse responses until they become instinctive. Preparation turns uncertainty into clarity, fear into focus, and pressure into opportunity. When you are prepared, confidence becomes natural, courage becomes effortless, and standing tall against all odds becomes inevitable. Focus under pressure is one of the most essential traits for standing tall against all odds. Life is filled with high-stakes moments, unexpected challenges, and situations that test your clarity and resolve. Most people falter when the pressure rises. Their minds scatter, energy is wasted on distractions, and hesitation takes the place of decisive action. The mentally tough, however, train themselves to concentrate deeply, prioritize effectively, and act decisively even when the world seems chaotic. Focus under pressure is what separates those who rise above adversity from those who crumble under it. Pressure is inevitable. Deadlines, unforeseen obstacles, competition, and high expectations create tension that can cloud judgment and paralyze decision-making. Without focus, this tension becomes overwhelming. The mind is pulled in multiple directions, energy is depleted, and opportunities slip away. The person who stands tall understands that pressure is not an enemy. It is an arena in which their preparation, discipline, and mental control are proven. The foundation of focus under pressure is preparation. The more you have trained, rehearsed, and internalized your skills, the less intimidating pressure becomes. When the stakes are high, you do not rely on luck or improvisation. You rely on what you know and what you have mastered. Preparation builds confidence, and confidence stabilizes focus. The more competent you are in your abilities, the more your mind can concentrate on executing with precision rather than worrying about what might go wrong. Prioritization is also key. Pressure often brings multiple challenges at once, and not every detail is equally important. The mentally tough can identify what matters most and direct their energy accordingly. Distractions are ignored, trivial concerns are set aside, and each decision is deliberate. Focus under pressure is the ability to see clearly through the noise, maintain alignment with goals, and act with purpose. Emotional control plays a critical role as well. High pressure moments trigger fear, anxiety, and stress, all of which can cloud judgment. The mentally tough acknowledge these emotions, but do not let them dictate behavior. Instead, they channel their feelings as fuel, maintaining calm and clarity by controlling emotional reactions. They conserve energy, make rational decisions, and maintain sharp focus on the tasks that matter most. Adaptability strengthens focus under pressure. Situations rarely unfold exactly as planned. The mentally tough remain flexible. They adjust strategies on the fly, respond to changing conditions, and remain anchored to their objectives. Focus is not rigid, it is deliberate, resilient, and adaptable. It allows them to pivot without losing sight of the goal and act decisively even when circumstances are chaotic. Finally, focus under pressure is honed through deliberate practice. Each time you train your mind to concentrate in stressful conditions, you build mental stamina. The more you expose yourself to controlled high-pressure situations, the easier it becomes to maintain clarity and act decisively when the real challenge arises. Focus becomes instinctive, enabling you to execute flawlessly when others hesitate. To cultivate focus under pressure, train your mind with intention, prioritize what truly matters, control emotional reactions, and embrace challenges as practice for real life stress. Treat high-pressure moments as opportunities to strengthen clarity, precision, and decision-making. Focus under pressure is not a skill for the faint-hearted. It is a weapon for those who refuse to back down, a force that transforms into opportunity and challenges into triumph. Persistence and self-belief are the ultimate forces that allow a person to stand tall against all odds. Life is relentless. It tests your patience, challenges your limits, and pushes you to confront obstacles you never imagined. Most people falter under pressure, give in to setbacks, or allow doubt to dictate their actions. The mentally tough, however, understand that persistence is the heartbeat of success and self-belief is the engine that drives it. Together, They create unstoppable momentum that allows you to overcome adversity, rise above fear, and achieve what others deem impossible. Persistence is the refusal to quit, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. It is showing up day after day, even when fatigue grips the body, uncertainty clouds the mind, and motivation wanes. It is taking action when results are slow, when progress feels invisible, and when the path ahead seems daunting. The person who stands tall does not rely solely on talent, luck, or opportunity. They rely on persistence. Every small effort compounds, each repeated step strengthens resolve, and momentum grows until obstacles that once seemed insurmountable are overcome. Self-belief is the unwavering confidence that you have the ability to succeed no matter the odds. It is not arrogance. It is certainly born from preparation, experience, and repeated effort. The mentally tough trust themselves when others doubt, move forward when others hesitate, and act decisively when fear whispers stop. Self-belief fuels persistence, and persistence reinforces self-belief, creating a cycle of determination and action that cannot easily be broken. Adversity will come, and setbacks are inevitable. Failure is not a signal to quit. It is an opportunity to learn, grow, and adjust. Persistence turns failure into feedback, mistakes into lessons, and setbacks into stepping stones for progress. The mentally tough embrace hardship as a necessary part of the journey. Every obstacle they overcome strengthens resilience, enhances problem-solving skills, and reinforces the inner confidence that allows them to continue pressing forward, even under extreme pressure. Consistency amplifies the power of persistence. One act of courage or effort is not enough to create lasting impact. True mental toughness comes from repeated, deliberate action over time. Every choice to persist, every effort made despite difficulty, every challenge faced without retreat compounds into strength, skill, and mastery. Consistency ensures that persistence is not sporadic, but becomes an unstoppable force capable of overcoming even the most daunting odds. Self-belief is also the antidote to doubt and fear. When uncertainty arises, when the path ahead seems impossible, or when challenges appear overwhelming, belief in oneself serves as an anchor. It allows you to remain grounded, maintain focus, and act decisively, regardless of external circumstances. The mentally tough do not wait for validation from others. They rely on the inner conviction that they are capable, prepared, and resilient. This belief creates courage in the face of fear, determination in the face of difficulty, and resilience in the face of defeat. Finally, persistence and self-belief inspire others. When people witness someone refusing to quit, pushing through obstacles, and standing firm despite adversity, they are motivated to do the same. Your actions demonstrate that challenges do not define destiny. Your response does by cultivating persistence and unwavering self-belief. You not only achieve personal success, but also create a ripple effect that encourages others to rise above their own struggles. To develop persistence and self-belief, commit to daily effort. Embrace discomfort and refuse shortcuts. Trust in your preparation, your skills, and your inner strength. Face adversity with determination, act decisively under pressure, and keep moving forward no matter how steep the climb. Persistence transforms setbacks into victories, and self-belief turns trials into triumphs. Together, they form the unbreakable spirit of those who refuse to yield, allowing you to stand tall against all odds and conquer every challenge that life places before you.